that. Let's move on to the NFL because
the season started. It started Thursday.
It started Thursday
with
night.
a bang.
A bang. I
with
tell
Ryan
you.
Seacrest. That was the highlight. Wait, you didn't? No.
What?
That was the best.
No.
He got booed. That was the best part of the whole game.
Oh.
They booed that motherfucker.
No. The best part of the game
Peyton Manning went apeshit.
Was Peyton Manning. And, there's a lot of things. If he can keep that up-tempo offense and now, sometimes people say, oh, Peyton Manning's not that good, this and this, and they talk about, like George and I had a discussion, talk about like, well, Joe Montana. It was very funny. George and I were having this discussion talking about Joe Montana. He will always be the man. He will always be legendary because of his 4 Super Bowls and what he did in San Francisco. But Joe Montana definitely came out of one of the best football systems ever, what Walsh had in San Francisco. When he left and went to Kansas City.
He did make the playoffs once, but he came in as a reserve.
And he didn't do much after that.
No.
Peyton Manning went into a completely different system, was all out of football for a year. He's played in the league 14 years. Last year he came back, had one of his best seasons. This year he started out the 2013-14 season with a NFL 7-touchdown game. He was hitting everybody. If your mom was on the field, she was catching a touchdown pass. If your cat was on the field, that motherfucker was catching a touchdown pass. And they could be catching a lot of other shit, but they were definitely catching a touchdown pass from Peyton Manning.
I told Kevin, look, I can only base this off of my lifetime and what I've watched, and I'm sorry, but he's the best quarterback that I've ever watched play. And yes, I've seen Tom Brady play. But I don't think Tom Brady could be effective anywhere else but where he's at with the coach he has. Not taking anything away from him. Systems work. That's why you run them. You run them till somebody stops them. I get it. Peyton Manning is hands down the best quarterback I have ever seen play. Period.
He really is. I mean, he knows the game so well.
Yeah, no one knows it better than him.
He is. He's a genius when it comes to being a NFL quarterback. He can sit there, line you up. He did some, obviously what they thought he was doing because, Brandon Stokely's now playing with the Ravens. He knew that Stokely would clue the Ravens defense onto some of the things that they run and the way they line up. So he set their offense up in that formation and run a completely different play and have them on the back of the heels. He was going 1-2 first down, 1-2 first down, 1-2 first down. And those guys had their hands on their knees, and it was pretty much a wrap.
Well, what I told Kevin is I'm watching some of the highlights, and you watch Peyton throw, and it is not the prettiest. The arm angles, it's real high arcing. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of zip. And then you watch, and then it's his receiver who's got the corner beat, and it's on his hands, and he can run with it. And it's just like, wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
And I understand the Ravens had to change a lot of players on defense. It's not the same defense, but you know what? They're still professional athletes.
Yeah.
There's no one better.
Yeah.
Like this is the best you're going to get. These are the top of their game. They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
So
and this is another thing that makes it comes like the people who are Ravens fans or follow Ravens football or people who have hated on Ray Lewis. That is why Ray Lewis is such a good fucking player because one, he motivates his other players. You got 2 year leaders, him and Ed Reed, that are out. They were the big motivating factor to the Ravens. Heart and soul of your defense. 2, you've got a man that when you've got your field general sitting across from you like Peyton Manning, he's played against Peyton Manning for 13 years in the league. He knows what he's going to do. Ray Lewis might not be as fast, but Ray Lewis doesn't have to be as fast because he knows where the ball's going.
Right, and he's got 10 other people. He can tell where the ball's
going. Where the ball's going. And you know what? They didn't have that on the football field that night. So it's,
Here's the question. Did Terrell Suggs play?
Yeah. So what?
No, that's what my...
No, but that's what I mean. I mean, he's fucking a Pro Bowl linebacker, but so what? I mean, he just doesn't have the supporting cast right now. They've got all these rookies in the secondary. They're hurting.
It's gonna be a long.
I think a lot of the AFC might be hurting.
I think the winner of the Super Bowl is coming out of the NFC.
Yeah, but I think Denver might be represented. I don't really. I'm serious. I know everybody's saying early and everything, but after last season and stuff, and now thinking Von Miller wasn't even in, and they were just. I mean. Anyway, now, was there anything else we want to talk about in the NFL?
Well, hold on real quick. This next week, because we're talking about Denver, because let's face it, when you guys see this, Sunday have already been played. We haven't got to see it. We'll get to talk about how bad, oh my God. They play the Eagles.
What? Man, I'm going to tell you what, G. I mean, he might have 700 yards on them Bamas. I'm telling you what, he'll have 50 touchdowns on him. He is going to break Tom Brady's touchdown record.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what.
You can believe that
He
shit.
gets to play at home versus the Eagles and versus the Redskins.
Yeah.
Now,
he can light the Redskins secondary up too, because you know those motherfuckers.
I'm going to tell you what. The game, I wish that, come December 29th, I wish that game meant anything for Denver because they're playing at Oakland. He could pass for 1,300 yards in the first half.
They have nobody.
Oakland is abysmal. But the game I want to see is at Indianapolis and at New England. They play at Dallas on October 6th. That's going to be a
I'm going to tell you what, when they play at New England, you can believe Wes Welker is going to be trying to get 200 yards.
Well, let me tell you, in 2 weeks, when they play versus Oakland at home, on September 23rd, they're going to destroy Oakland.
Yeah.
You know what? I will give...
Al Davis will be rolling around in his grave in his Evel Knievel suit. You can believe that shit.
Oh, my.
Imitating Captain Crunch. Because that one outfit he had looked just like Captain Crunch. Except he didn't have the cereal box to go with that shit. But he looked like Captain Crunch. Just saying how it is, man.
And
Rest in peace.
My acting shit, son. All day. I got an acting face.
All day. All day. It's all slimmed down and all crossfit. Can a brother talk? Cross-fitted out. Now, anything else we want to talk about in the NFL?
I think we're good.
I think we are too.
I mean, we'll have more probably later this week.